Welcome! I'm gonna go forward because I want to go in front of this guy. He probably hates me, but he'll learn to live. I got so much to talk about. Man, I don't know where to start. Oh, okay. Well, number one, there's no secondary camera because it's ruined, it fried, it melted, it actually melted. I'll talk about that later. I was gone for a week on a McCruise with Do It With Dan and a Spin with Finn. I got back and I barely had enough time to get Moto Monday recorded and edited, but that went up. And the last thing I did was ride yesterday in the rain on the highway. That was yesterday, it was the last time I rode. So now I'm right back on the bike. It's still covered in crap from being on the highway. And some things have happened since then. So yesterday, when I tried to get on the bike, it was completely dead for some reason. And that was really weird because it should have no reason to be dead, and it was only a week, but it was completely dead. The key wouldn't turn over, nothing. So I jump started it, got it back running again, and then my camera mount kind of broke, but it's still kind of working and it's barely hanging onto my face, but I still rode anyway, and I got Moto Monday done. And then this morning I head out to get in my Jeep, and I noticed for some reason that my GPS that's normally here is on. It's like flickering on. Now I've had my GPS there for a long time, but I haven't used it in a long time because when I was in Colorado last month, it got water damage and so it didn't work right. So I've never turned it on, but it was still plugged in. So when I came out yesterday to the garage, I saw it flickering on and I realized, aha, I realized that the GPS must have been turning on its own because it was crappy or something, and that must have been what drained the battery all week when I was on the cruise. So I was like, okay, you're done. Ripped it off, and that scoring line is from super glue, which looks like it just ripped right into the metal, which is impressive but also ugly. Then I was going to take off to do Finally Friday, and I always have my GoPro 5 session on the tail of my bike looking back as like a rear safety cam, and I was going to disconnect that and put it up here like I do for Finally Friday, but there's a power cord that I have running to the battery that runs to that GoPro so it can run consistently on a loop back there. It has its own power source, but it wouldn't come out. I kept trying and trying, and I realized something was wrong. I looked at the dongle going into the GoPro, and I couldn't believe it. It was just melted. It was fused with the GoPro. I don't know what caused it. I have no idea. It could have been maybe the me driving in the water, but I doubt it. Saw, dude. But I'm guessing it had something to do with the GoPro drowning out, or not the GoPro, the GPS draining all the power, maybe frying something. Ugh, smoke. I don't know what caused it, but I ripped it off with my hands, took the GoPro inside, got tweezers and ripped, you know, like the USB Type-C that plugs into the camera. That was like fused and melted in there. So I got some tweezers and I ripped that dongle out of the GoPro, and that whole port is just like melted. It's destroyed. So the GoPro has no power. Obviously I can't plug it anything to turn it on. It's destroyed. My GoPro got destroyed, which is sad. Like really sad because I like that GoPro. We were friends, we even worked together, but that sucks. So I have no secondary camera right now. I'm probably, since I really like having peace of mind of having a second camera and I like having it up here, what I'm probably gonna do is actually buy a GoPro Hero 5 and use that on my helmet, and then take my GoPro Hero 4 Black here that I have right now and put that one as my secondary camera. Since this one right here that I have on my helmet, I've been using it for like a year or so, and when I crashed 6 months ago, it actually kind of damaged the screen, so like not all the LED display works and I can't read everything. So whatever, it still works, but it's kind of annoying to look at. So that'd be a perfect secondary camera, and I might get a GoPro Hero 5. Anyway, that's that whole problem. So gee, man, oh man, all right, so I got a lot to talk about, so let me get through this. What I'm doing right now is I am finally going to go get my custom license plate. I ordered this plate at least 3 months ago. It may have been 6, but it's been way too long. I've had plates take a long time. I've had plates be done in 2 weeks, but this plate took forever, and I'm going to go pick it up, and I'm in the DMV's queue right now. I have to be there at a certain time, so I'm trying to be not behind this truck. Anyway, so I'm gonna go pick that up, and then right after that I have another appointment. But I remembered, I said on the hiatus video, that's Finally Friday 100, that I wanted to take some questions from the comments and answer them. So I went back and looked at all the comments on the hiatus video, and disappointingly, there were not many questions. Thanks, guys. You let me down. No, I'm kidding. But there really weren't as many questions as I thought they'd be, but there were a couple. I can't remember the names, but I'll put them up here. It was, I think it was Mystigore. Talk about Ronan or something. I'll try to make it quick because I know I'm talking a lot. Ronan is beautiful. He's attractive. He's majestic. He is a year and a half old. He's 110 pounds. He makes me look good. He walks with me without a leash, and he's very obedient, and he'll greet people nicely. He won't jump. He won't lick, and people love him, and they think he's a service dog because he wears a backpack. It's a dog backpack, and it's just like a couple saddlebags on either side, and people just assume he's a service dog by the way he behaves, which is kind of odd, but also flattering. But people love him. He goes with me everywhere my Jeep goes, basically, and that's Ronan right now. And another question was a spin with Finn, which I should know because I ended up going with him on the cruise before I even knew who he was, so that's kind of interesting. But he asked, talk about your gear. And I said before that I wanted to make a gear video, and I think I still will. But I'll, I guess, talk about some of the gear I have just offhand and probably put it in the description. But right now I have my EVS vest, which is an old one. I'm actually getting a new one, and I'll put the link to the new one in the description probably. I got short cuff, leather perforated boots that are really good for the summertime slash basically everything except winter. These are my Icon gloves that are still wet from yesterday. They didn't dry out from after the rain. The helmet I'm using is a Shoei X14, and the backpack is the OGO. I'll put all that stuff in the description for you if you're curious to look at it, but I'll have to make like a detailed gear video later talking about what I use and when I use it, because I do have a lot more gear obviously now than I did when I first started riding. Well, that's it. Oh gosh, I was like, I'm not carrying much further. Alrighty, sweet action. How long do I have? I think I'm like 15 minutes early. That's good. I want to be early so I can wait in line like a good little piggy. And I'm gonna pick a cute little spot. I think this space right over here might be good in the corner. Okay, well, I'll have to go in there and wait like a good little piggy, get my plate, and we'll right back out, and I'll let you guys see it. Well, that was a waste of time. So I got in there, sat down for 15 minutes, ready to go. They called my name. I went up there to the window. I said I want a plate, and they go, okay. She's like, I'll go get it. I stand there like a goober for 30 minutes. She comes back and goes, yeah, so you must have gotten that letter in error because the plate's not here. So the plate's wherever it is, they couldn't find it, and so I'm stuck with this one. And I took that off, I put it back on, and it's exhausting out here in the heat. It's 90, by the way. I forgot to complain about the weather. That's gonna make me late for another appointment. So I got places to be. I'm sorry you couldn't see. I'm not going to tell you what it is either because I want it to be a surprise. So you'll have to see that later. Camera mount broke. My bike broke. My license plate's gone. My actual camera broke. Everything. That's everything. All those 5 things. Everything is broken. I'm going to my other appointment. Wish me luck with my other endeavors. Hope that nothing else breaks. Thanks for watching anyway, even though nothing's ruined. Sorry about letting you down. I let you down. And thanks for asking questions on my hiatus video. I'll see you next week. Bye.